Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Alright folks, I know you're all eager to talk about this latest development, and it's not just a small incident. It's a story that highlights both the discipline and the challenges that come with competing at the highest level in the NFL. Recently, the Steelers' season opener was a game filled with high-energy, intense moments, and unfortunately, a costly penalty that's already making waves around the league. I'm talking about Heyward, the Steelers' talented tight end, who found himself on the wrong side of the league's strict enforcement of rules. Yeah, he was hit with a $327 fine for a late hit during the third quarter of their Week 1 game against the New York Jets. That's a hefty fine for just a split-second mistake, but it's a reminder of how every action on the field is scrutinized and how every single play can have repercussions beyond just yardage lost. Now, what exactly happened? Well, during a special teams play, one of those moments where every second counts, Heyward was flagged for unnecessary roughness. The hit was considered late and unnecessary, even though it didn't seem to significantly impact the play itself. Still, the referees threw the flag, and that's where the league's focus on safety comes into play. The NFL has made it clear that unnecessary roughness won't be tolerated, no matter who's involved, and Heyward's fine reflects that stance. This isn't just about discipline. It's about protecting players, maintaining fairness, and ensuring that the game remains safe and competitive. For Steelers fans, it's a stark reminder that even your promising young players need to stay mindful of the rules, especially early in the season when every mistake can be costly. But let's step back a little and look at the bigger picture. The Pittsburgh Steelers, as you all know, are a team with a rich history of resilience, tough football, and gritty performances. They're one of the most storied franchises in NFL history, with 6 Super Bowl titles and a culture that emphasizes discipline, physicality, and determination. This season, the expectations are high. Fans are eager to see how the team bounces back from some of the close games and tough losses of recent years. The arrival of new talent, combined with the leadership of players like Kenny Pickett, the young quarterback who's looking to cement his status as the franchise's future, has everyone optimistic. But of course, football is a game of mistakes and adjustments, and penalties like this one serve as a wake-up call for everyone involved. Now, it's important to understand that Heyward isn't just some rookie just getting his feet wet. He's a player with a lot of potential and a role that's becoming increasingly vital in the Steelers' offensive scheme. His ability to block, catch, and even contribute in special teams makes him a versatile asset. But with versatility comes responsibility. The league's rules are clear, and even a minor lapse in judgment can lead to fines or penalties that hurt the team's momentum. For Pittsburgh, where every yard and every play counts in the hunt for the playoffs, maintaining discipline is critical. That's why this penalty and fine are more than just a financial hit. They're a lesson for the entire team, especially for young players eager to make their mark. This incident also highlights a broader narrative about the Steelers' approach this season. They've been emphasizing focus, discipline, and smart play, knowing that in a division as tough as the AFC North, small mistakes can be exploited by rivals. The Ravens, Browns, and Bengals are all loaded with talent, and any slip-up can tip the scales. The Steelers' coaching staff, led by Mike Tomlin, has always been about instilling a mentality of resilience and accountability. Tomlin, who's been at the helm for over a decade, is known for his no-nonsense attitude and ability to get the best out of his players. He's already spoken about the importance of learning from mistakes and staying disciplined, lessons that are vital for Heyward and everyone else on the roster. Speaking of the AFC North, you all know how competitive this division is. Every game is a battle, and the stakes are always sky-high. The Steelers, in recent years, have been trying to reclaim their dominance, and this season looks like a pivotal moment. The team's defense remains formidable, anchored by players like T.J. Watt, who's one of the best pass rushers in the league. But offense is always a key concern, and the development of young players like Kenny Pickett and the contributions from versatile guys like Connor Heyward will be crucial. The coaching staff has been working tirelessly to refine their schemes, and this fine, while unfortunate, is a reminder that discipline and focus are non-negotiable. Now, let's not forget that penalties and fines are part of the game. Sometimes they're a sign of a player pushing too hard, trying to make a play, and sometimes they're purely mental lapses. For Heyward, this is a lesson, plain and simple. It's about learning when to play tough and when to hold back, especially in situations where the game's outcome can be determined by a single decision. The league's emphasis on player safety means that all players, especially those like Heyward who are still establishing themselves, need to be extra cautious. As the season progresses, we'll see how he adjusts his approach, and I believe he'll come back stronger and wiser. That's what Steelers football is about: learning, growing, and pushing through adversity. The coaching staff and players are aware of this too. It's not just about fines and penalties, it's about setting a standard. The Steelers have always prided themselves on discipline and physical play, but that has to be balanced with smart, responsible football. This incident is a reminder that even in the heat of competition, players need to keep their emotions in check and understand the bigger picture. Every penalty, every fine, is a part of a larger narrative, one that involves building a team that can compete at the highest level week after week, game after game. Looking ahead, the Steelers will want to avoid these kinds of mistakes as they aim for a deep playoff run. They have the talent and the leadership to do so, but consistency and discipline will be their biggest allies. Kenny Pickett's development is vital, and he's been showing flashes of promise, but he also needs a clean game, free of costly penalties. The defense continues to be a strength, but offensive consistency and minimizing mistakes like late hits will be key. The coaching staff's focus on discipline and smart play will be tested early on, especially with the league's strict enforcement of safety rules. So, in the grand scheme of things, this fine might seem like a small blip, but it's actually a microcosm of what this season can be for the Steelers. It's about resilience, learning from mistakes, and staying focused on the goal of competing at the highest level. The team has the talent, the heart, and the history to make a deep playoff push, but they need to iron out these details, avoid unnecessary penalties, and keep building that relentless Steelers identity. And as fans, we have to stay optimistic. Remember, every team goes through ups and downs, and this is just the beginning of the season. The Steelers have shown time and time again that they can bounce back from adversity, and this situation with Connor Heyward is no different. It's a wake-up call, yes, but also an opportunity for growth. Players and coaching staff will learn, adapt, and come back stronger. That's what Steelers football is all about: never giving up, always fighting, and constantly improving. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now I want to hear from you, Steelers fans. What's your take on this whole situation with Connor Heyward? Do you think this fine will serve as a wake-up call for him and the team? Or do you believe that the league's strict rules are making it harder for players to play the aggressive football we love? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us, and of course to the Steelers family. We're all in this together, and your insights help keep the community engaged and informed. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, deeper analysis, and all the latest news surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers. So stay tuned, keep supporting your team, and let's keep the passion alive. This is what Steelers football is all about: resilience, passion, and community. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's go Steelers!